Hey guys, it's Mark. Just wanted to do a review today of something I've never done a review on ever in the history of ever. Now, this is my garage. Right now I'm doing a lot of work on Power Wheels. My son's 3, he loves them. I got a F-150 that I've put lights on. He has one of those Yamaha Quads. I put lights on that, tail light, headlights, underglow neon on it, and I actually made it a little faster by doing a 20 volt conversion without messing with the motors. I'm doing a 20 volt conversion on the actual F-150, which would be pretty cool. So I wanted to do a review for you guys on the actual Raptor. It says 12 volt, but not anymore. It actually runs on a drill battery, which is a 20 volt. And it goes about 7 to 8 miles an hour, and I think that's perfect for my 3-year-old because he still likes to do tricks on it. So let me show you guys this thing. It's pretty cool, put a lot of work and time into it, and let's check it out. All right, guys, so this is it. This is the Yamaha Raptor. It's a 12 volt. You can buy them from, it's like Action Wheels. It's not an actual Power Wheel brand, which does the job pretty dang good, actually. So this is what it looks like in the front. You guys have probably seen them on the racks at Walmart, things like that. Those headlights are not functional, they just for looks. Then on this side, I mean, my son has destroyed those tires. On the back here, it's got the fake exhaust, and that's how you get to the motors. Dual motors in there, and then the power, to get the power to the wheels, is a pedal, which is actually perfect for them. And then your gear shifter, and I put his name in the stickers there. So here's your gear shifter here. You know, this was 2.5 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour in reverse, but not after I was done with it. It ain't no 5 miles an hour. So anyway, let me show you guys the lights on it and how I actually hook up the wiring and the actual battery itself. All right, so everybody's had questions of what kind of battery would you use. Well, this is it right here. A lithium-ion 20-volt battery. Now, my son's 3, he wants to ride for 6 hours, so I only got one that's only 2.5 milliamps per hour. What that means is how long it's actually going to run for. Now what I did on here, it's going to look like a freaking wiring nightmare. Yeah, so it didn't look like that stock, obviously. What it actually looked like is it just had a regular plug, which is this plug right here. This plugs into the big 12-volt battery that takes 36,000 hours to charge. So what I did is there's a lot of splicing going on in here, guys. It's kind of, like I said, it's a wiring nightmare. But the big thing is if you're going to upgrade your battery, you see this? Fuse protector. Need one. Absolutely. 100% have to have one. Or you will fry something, or it will catch on fire. You put too many amps through here, it'll blow the fuse and it'll kill the power, and you are safe. Now, this is a connector here, but it's not actually going to go around a ring. And then here's my ground here, and this just slides right in. Now, this ground is grounded to a bunch of different ones. I got wires running through here, through the back, drilled a lot of holes, things like that. But I'll show you guys what I did in just a second when I get this battery plugged in. So let me plug this battery in. So this is how it works. You slide the connectors into the positive and to the negative, and the quad now has power. So in the front, what I did is I put little tiny LED bulbs. Yes, it was a pain in the ass. Yes, it was worth it to actually give it some headlights. Now, what you do is you have to unhook these headlights from the actual housing of the quad itself. But if you could see, they're just tiny little bulbs. And what I did is I hollowed out the actual part, because this was just a chrome cover, hollowed out both parts here, and put lights in them, wired them together, and then wired them to the battery. And over here, same thing. So as you back up, my son can actually see at night, and these are actually functional. So what you do is you have to take off this back cover here that you see, and then you actually have to take it off back here. And I drilled a hole out the back side so the wiring can get out. So the wiring's all in here, wired together to a white and black wire into here, into this housing, which brings it inside this plastic piece, which I took off, and then you splice it into the wire harness itself, That way, if you plug this into the original battery, the lights still work. If you don't, and you plug it into a drill battery, it still works. So regardless, the lights will work. Now the other lights that I installed on it are the tail light in the back. This one is pretty cool. If you have the tail lights in the back, what that does is that people can see my son as he's riding. So you just put 4 of them in the back, drilled it out, hollowed it out, and then ran the wires. This was the biggest pain in the ass. Underneath here, all the way through, had to drill a couple different holes in here to cut through to pop out here on this side, and ran them underneath this tape, and then ran, here's one of the red wires here for power, and spliced it into the harness. Now, every time you plug in a battery, this light will turn on, so that way he has tail lights. And like I said, they're just tiny red LED bulbs that you can buy off Amazon for like $6. The other ones that I did that I had to wire into the side are underglow neon lights. That's just a green bulb, and over here is another green bulb, so that way I can see him as he's riding down the road. The hardest part about this is the ground on this thing is garbage. Right here, I got to replace this with a actual O connector, which actually work a lot better. So as I put this in here, it works, but if he moves too fast, it'll unhook. So I got to get an O connector. Now, a lot of people are asking, like, well, why you hooked up these lights, dude? Those look awesome. Those are cool. How do you get them to turn off without unplugging the battery? Right now, you don't. It's literally batteries plugged in, lights are on. Yes, the quad does have power. Whoa, it's a little intense. Just to give you guys a little rundown of what it actually looks like and how fast the wheels will go. I'm going to put it into slow mode, what I call my son is slow mode, and you can see the tires spin. Now this is 5 miles an hour in slow mode. I don't know if that does it justice on a camera, but if you put this thing in the high mode, that's 20 volts running through those motors. As of right now, it's not going to blow them up because, I don't know, it's just not. Those things can handle a lot. 24 volts is kind of the max they can handle before they start getting those little plastic gears inside there that are going to completely disintegrate and strip out and be bad. So eventually you'll get a bigger motor for him so he can go like 10 miles an hour. So anyway, guys, that's the Yamaha Raptor Quad, 12 volt, now 20 volt, that I have for my son. If you guys have any questions, comment below. Yeah, like I said, it's a wiring nightmare, but make sure you have a fuse protector on it the whole time, otherwise it will not work. Or it will work, but you're going to hate life when it comes up and burns up. So anyway, guys, you don't have to subscribe. I don't do this for money. I do this to help other people. But I've never seen anybody put lights on a quad like this, so I wanted to put a YouTube video up for that. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See